Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. It's Hanif Masoub, greeting you from the Jinn and Afraid channel. Welcome. Our topic today is about energy healing. Energy healing in the benefit and chakra cleaning in shades of brown. Those interested in energy and therapy spoke about how to charge the chakras with pendulum and freeing it from the singy area. But the question is there a cure for energy? And how true it is? And how useful it is? And what is the negative energy? First, we explained to you what they mentioned about how to charge the chakras with energy, clean them, and free them from energy. Just go on. Chakra charging efficiency means energy through pendulum. They said doing so steers the person intended to cleanse or charge its chakras in a relaxed state. Then place the pendulum above the chakra to be cleansed or charged. If the chakra is closed or has negative energy, I will start the pendulum spinning northwards. The rotation starts in the opposite direction of the clock hands. Misbehaved. Do not let the pendulum swing until it finishes cleaning the chakra. It stops from negative energy, then stops spinning, and then begins spinning in the opposite direction. Then, when rotation begins in a counterclockwise direction, or it starts to turn right, or to rotate in the direction of a clock's hands, we say that in this case, it charges the gratitude. Then we do these steps with all the companies until they are cleared of negative energy or charged.
And if his head to stand
by cleansing my psychic or charging my psychic companies, he can also do this by holding the banjo in his right hand and putting his left hand on the clean tight chakra. They say that during that, or during the charging, or during refinement, the person feels like he has a current of air flowing through this chakra, or he feels a simple pain in the chakra's place. It is agreed that this is proof of the experiment's success. And now the question is, what are the things of gravia? Or they say that chakras are gateway wheels. The word grateful means energy gate, and it is called a grateful because the Indians gave it this name. Energy gates and chakras resemble air spirals. And there is a chakras field in the human body. It's a concept I win from Hindu texts and is used in Hindu practices. And the question now is, what are the ways?
Subscribe to the channel.
The human body consists of a collection of systems, and these systems are composed of a group of organs, and the organs are made up of a variety of tissues, and the human being is composed of cells, and cells are composed of atoms. The ministry spoils the nucleus, just a shipment and electronics, easy shipping country. That is, every human has energy abbreviated throughout the body, and that this necessary energy is not enough to keep him alive until he can coexist at this time because of the human body. They say he eats phones, he needs those to recharge the hero. As I have said before, the energy gate is like a vortex, and this vortex should not be less nor more. But it must be balanced. The group of charges constitutes what is called the human body's surrounding aura. It means we're still talking about human body calibration. And in the end, it curls up from a quarter of protons and electrons. These charges are what formulate a group of human charges. And it is said to form what is called the surrounding human aura. Or they leave on it the halo of electric charge. We do not forget. It is led by the fact that the human body is composed of particles, or neutrons and electrons. Of course, its charges, and their sum makes the electromagnetic halo. And this electrical negative halo can be photographed with a Clarion camera that takes pictures of discharge. And it is not said that if a person's shapes are adjusted, you will find this surrounding halo. With it is radiant and clean. And they say that the aura is the place that God Almighty has designated to protect the human. Avoid any harm, especially spiritual harm. In other words, to protect him from harm from jinn, devils, or other creatures. And this halo consists of 7 layers. The more a person approaches his positions, the stronger this aura becomes, and the further a person moves away from worship. Their auras become weak and easy to penetrate. And its course varies from person to person. And from the intensity of its strength, there are people, their halo is cracked in it, a full indication of that not being correct. The following question is, what is the relationship between the aura and the chakra? How to get can be likened. The body gets the aura in the way the tree gets the invaders, where the energy is pulled from the ground through the feet.
I am a servant of the body. Thank you.
The strength of all companies depends on the nature of the person and the method. These companies generate the dominant color of the aura, means that each aura has its own colors that vary from one person to another. 5 children.
They claimed that this is the program.
It only affects living beings, and it weakens and strengthens from one person to another according to their spiritual strength. And it can charge the chakras to get rid of negative energy, thus getting rid of diseases that affect humans. And some have gone much further. Every living being, whether animal or plant, has its own psychic passage. And they say that modern science has built through photography with a Clarion camera. The dimple begins to emerge when it starts to blossom. The buds begin to emerge, surrounded by these electric waves, completely encompassing the grain. Like the aura that surrounds the living human body, the concept of energy, and that this halo is especially for a grain of wheat, from which calamities are taken. They say that this is not open about wheat grains before the bagging process. They want to say that this is an aura. I surround a grain of wheat when life sprouted in it, and when the extension process started in it. Otherwise, there is no worry. But it came from your deposit that Halacterian is not limited to living organisms, but also applies to the group. And with this, it demolishes the subject of the human's magnetic halo, as well as the major partners, and that all of this is based on monotheism. And before that, we had an experiment with one of the people interested in photographing the magnetic halo. Oh, damn! A leaf of a plant decided to capture its emitted electric aura. And they claim or say that if a part of this paper is cut, then rephotograph the halo as a competitive camera for her. The competitive halo for her will appear complete. But he did that and cut a part of this paper and resumed filming. The electromagnetic halo exists, and if it does not, there is no halo for the soft part, but the electromagnetic halo, it was just shown on the existing part that was declared. This proves that they wanted to imply that this is the isolated electricity, especially the spirit of this paper, and if a part of it was cut off, but the political organizations will appear complete. But it proved, see you at the hour. We will start with imaging the electromagnetic cat. Living bodies. He filmed the quiet electromagnetic electricity. Notice the keys, or notice the blessings, or the tools used in some machines. They captured this word for it, and it proved that it also has a psychological electric halo. This is evidence that the electrical halo is not limited to living beings, but also for bodies, a living halo of magnetic field and current. Because they both participate in that, they eventually consist of particles. And these particles consist of nuclei. It contains positively charged protons and negatively charged electrons revolve around it. We return to what we started at the beginning of the movement, is their energy treatment. And how real is it, and how intense is it, and what is negative energy? Can salespeople really charge companies as they said or not? And the answer to that, if the chakras don't exist in the first place, and that is based on a Hindu belief that has no foundation in reality. So there is no such thing as treatment by methods. There is no basis for them in health, and there is no such thing as negative energy, but it is magic, sucking, or beauty. It negatively affects the human, so let's suffer to charge the chakras in the country. And the truth of this safety, if we want to say the truth of this safety, because there will be someone who will ask a question, and he says if there is no energy charge or gratitude for these charges, so why does the pendulum move in response to the near time and then stop it? All of this leads back to the pendulum movement is affected by the wrong mind. We explained and clarified this in one of our previous videos titled Watch How to Determine the Gender of the Fetus for My Bandung Friends. And how can the pendulum be affected with the psychological burnout of a person and can be affected by his false mind or can be affected by his spirit? Through this video, you will know how the pendulum is affected and its movement by the mind. The question now is, what is the benefit of pandan? People talk a lot about pandan and its benefits and uses, but in our channel, we care about using it only in detecting and treating magic and the evil eye. This is the method that distinguishes us from others. Thanks to Allah, glory be to Him. I hope you liked this video and our channel satisfied you. Stay in God's care and safety.
And peace be upon you and God's mercy.